I swear, GS can't go a week without releasing a new banner. We got the Heroic Summon Power Up Edition coming out of nowhere, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, you already know it's a should you summon. This banner, very tempting. It is very tempting, but we're going to be discussing today if it is a trap or not. Should you spend all your crystals on it, or should you wait? Well, let's see what this banner has to offer. This banner is a little bit different than a lot of other banners because it is a heroic summon and it's also the power up edition. And what this means is there are more items added to the hero gem exchange. So instead of it just being, oh, you're using hero gems to get units or rainbow gems or alch stones, you can now use hero gems to acquire true weapons, luck gems, and LB stones, and also awoken souls. And then of course, you know, the usual stuff as well, like pitying a unit and everything else. They add a little bit more value to some people. I'm gonna be honest, just to me, it's like, oh, that's a little bit more of a trap, you feel? But let's see who's all in this banner. We got Vermilia, Liza, Victoire, SonyJ, and also Kisaragi. Banner mate wise, we have some good stuff here. Vermilia is, I think, still the only fire healer in the game. Am I not mistaken? Yeah, she's still the only fire healer in the game. I don't think there's any other one apart from like Crunchyroll Hime, and we don't talk about her. So I guess there is some benefit to using Vermilia still. I mean, mono fire runes and stuff like that, you know, are great. But for the most part nowadays, I think a lot of people who use mono fire are nuking with mono fire, right? Using stuff like Hao, Natsu, maybe even like Fire Roy at times, or whoever else is buffing up your damage like crazy and just nuking the heck out of anything that stands in front of you. So sustain fire, I think, is viable. You know, you still have like people that can do it. Still, Vermilia is one of the only units in the game that can actually heal. That's a fire unit, so that is some value there. Next, we got the girl Lisa. I mean, hey, we don't really gotta talk about Lisa, do we? Like, come on now. This girl's broken as heck. Super dummy. Damage-wise, may not be that crazy to some people, which, I mean, to be honest, you're not completely wrong. But what this girl does for your team is ridiculous. Gives your team 50% equipment CT down, reduces the enemy's light and magic resist by 35%, and she also has the Witch's Proposal, or her Majesty stacks, as we call it, where every time she uses an equip, it will gain equipment CT reduction on it. Now, the way how it gains equipment CT reduction is not actually completely correct. It'll pretty much give you like a head start. So let's say you use an equip 6 times, then instead of it starting at like, you know, 0 seconds on the cooldown, you're going to have like a 10-second head start. And now the equip's only going to have like a 20-second cooldown instead of a 30-second cooldown. On top of also you speeding up everybody else on your team in terms of equipment because you have 50% equipment CT down. It's stupid. Lisa is one of the best units to ever be released and is the star of this banner. Victoire? Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I think this unit is really good in mono light ruins because I think in one of the end fights, you kind of need Victoire due to the fact that she gives everyone like the increased stats. I really like her mechanics. I like her like entire gimmick, whole musical thing and everything like that. I fucks with it. But I will say that apart from that, I don't think you will ever use this unit for the most part, and you're gonna be using her true weapon more so than anything, especially if you're nuking with light units, because her true weapon actually gives your team 50% light resist down, if I'm not mistaken. Still though, I think Victoire is a really great unit. If you need to complete your mono light team and you wind up getting her, she's really great. Also, I just now realized this banner has 3 light units on it. Goodness, SonyJ. And I think like nowadays she's like pretty lackluster in terms of like, you know, her damage and everything. I mean, look, bro, she got a 20,000% true art modifier, bro. We have units coming out nowadays that have 20,000 on their art, but she still has her uses. You know, she is able to give everybody a pretty sizable arts damage buff, either 30%, or if you're an earth or light unit, you also get an extra 30%, so 60% in total if you're either one of those attributes. Still really great unit, I think. 2 5-star support slots. I actually talked about her recently in my oldest video. Really great nuking support unit, by the way. Her True Eyes passive, I think, gives 30% crit damage up to the entire team, and I think 30% accuracy. Really great damage buffs there. On top of having the 2 5-star supports, so you can run like double type 0 and you can give your team 100 arcade instantaneously. To be honest, I think that she's still solid as a nuking support, but outside that, you won't ever, and I mean ever, use her. Her arts gen is just way too lackluster nowadays. Her arts damage buff on the true art is nice, but definitely not needed. There's some characters that just have more than this by default. Like, for example, if you're running mono earth, you know, freaking Rudius outdoes this. Whenever Charlotte comes out, Charlotte's gonna outdo SonyJ's arts damage buff. So I mean, you know, she is still a great nuking support unit though. Kisaragi. You know, I really need to use this unit. I feel like the main thing holding her back is the fact that she's a ninja and she has to activate her third eye to get her actual true art to like go off, you know? I think that she wasn't a ninja, I may like this girl a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, you know, she definitely can push out the damage numbers too. She has 100% attack buff and everything. And great unit. And I think like for most people, a lot of people would probably say that, yeah, she's a great unit. Solid unit. Not needed, but good buffs. And that's actually it for the banner mates. There's only, what, like 5 units on the banner, which isn't too bad at all. But let's ask ourselves, is this banner worth the summon or not? And, you know, I just want to be frank. I think that with Liza being on here and you have the extra crystals, it may be worth just a multi, because Liza is an insanely good unit if you can get her. Apart from that, I don't think you go any deeper. Maybe one multi and you're done, or just completely skip the banner entirely. But yeah, that's the banner. Tell me down below how you guys feel about the banner. Tell me down below if you guys are going to be summoning or not, if you guys are going to be even doing a multi on it, or you're just going to be chilling with it. For me, I think I'm just skipping it entirely. I don't have Vermilia, I don't think. Or yes, I do. Yes, I do, what I'm talking about. But I think if I didn't have like Liza or something, I would definitely consider doing at least a multi. But if you guys are going to be summoning on it, I wish you guys the best of luck. I wouldn't recommend going super deep on the banner though. Of course, save your crystals for upcoming stuff. Killer kills right around the corner and everything else. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all again for coming out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more. And last but not least, you guys already know, don't forget to drink water.